No idea what just happened. We are about to get started. My girl Brittney is about to join. There is a squirrel that might make an appearance. Ooh. Hi. So let's get started with what I think is the importance of Black girls and community. And so that is why I'm having Brittney on, because I think she is just a phenomenal country singer, phenomenal writer. But she also puts community first. So, oh, here she is. Let us go live with. Here she comes. Hi.
Hi. You
Look
called me
at
right when I was
you.
fixing my boobs, so this is nice.
You
Hi.
look great.
Thank you. You know, I just did my hair today. Well, kind of, not really. I just twisted my hair last night and was like, let me throw this damn hat on and look like
Yeah,
somebody. So
I
let
approve.
me try and look
I
like my
approve.
mother's
I
child
I
today.
showered for you a little bit. My hair is soaking wet, but I'm
You know
like,
what? I think that honestly, we are privileged to be able to experience when someone has showered during the pandemic.
right?
When someone has showered like at least once a day. Like I used to like really harp on people who were like, I didn't shower today. I'm like, you dirty ass person. And
Yeah,
now I'm just like, man, I get it.
I mean,
Like I
get it.
shower every day, but I understand what it takes to like continue on in a pandemic. So
It takes, I'm like, for me to put on this jacket and not just show up in the Howard sweatshirt I've been wearing for days. I mean, I'll support Howard, but I was like, okay, let's put on a jacket. Let's look a little decent.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy that we were able to squeeze in some space because
Yes.
um, I am insanely proud of you.
Thank you.
Insanely proud of you. But maybe not for the reason you think. I think you
Ooh,
are
okay.
talented. I think you can write a freaking song and sing the hell out of it. But what I love about you, and I have been telling everybody, is that you support other Black artists and you know that the community matters and that building this community of Black women, country singers, and artists matters. So
Mm-hmm.
when you get recognition, you share your recognition. And that is fucking beautiful. And it's rare. It is rare in this business.
Thank you. I'm so super proud of you too. Your EP is beautiful. I
Thank
love raw recordings, so I'm really digging like the idea of just putting out songs that you sang in a bar. I think that's
you. Yeah,
incredible.
thank
Um,
you.
I'm, I've been here in Nashville for 7 years, and I feel like I'm 10 years into a 3-year town. If that will paint the visual.
Yeah.
But it's been a beautiful time. But honestly, when it comes to just uplifting other artists, particularly in our case, other Black women artists, I think it's so important because I'm not self-made. Um,
Yes.
and people who continue to think they're self-made or say they're self-made in today's time, I always kind of question it. But I'm not self-made. I can't speak for other people, but I'm not self-made. I'm here because of the grace, time, and talents of the beautiful people that are around me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was Reese Palmer who posted me on her Instagram, um, I think earlier this year. And then
Yeah.
Mickey saw it and Mickey posted me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like, you all don't have to talk about me. You guys are already doing well in your careers and your music is beautiful and you already have a fan base. You didn't have to talk about me, but they
Mm-hmm.
did. And so I make it a point to talk about other people as well. Um,
Yeah.
I think that it's an important time, especially in the beginning of this, where it's almost like country music is being bombarded with
Yeah.
Black people, particularly right now, Black women.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that it's so important to show that. I think it's important, not necessarily unified front. I mean, I guess that's maybe the best way to put it. But definitely, I think it's important to show. No, actually, like this is my sister. This is my friend. These, we understand. We all have an idea in our mind of the struggles that are probably ahead of us, if not
Mm-hmm.
the ones that we're already facing. because we've chosen to be part of this community, this beautiful genre of music. We know that there is systemic change that needs to happen within
Yes.
this industry, and in a way, we're all in just doing it, in our own way, but also doing it together. And so, I think it's important. That's why I thought it was important what Maren Morris did at the CMA Awards. I thought, man, she literally doesn't have to say anything right now. Like, being an advocate in this moment is not something that she has to do. Like, she literally could have accepted her award, Female Artist of the Year, and like been on her way. Like, it said
Yeah.
thank you, and it would have been perfectly fine. But she decided to advocate, and that just goes so far. I don't even know if people understand really just
Hmm.
the fullness of that moment yet, and I think that we will in time. um but it's beautiful. I celebrate advocacy, and I celebrate the togetherness that we have. I feel like we have just as a community as well. um I think it's important. I think I just rambled on,
No,
but
it's
all of it
okay.
is important.
I I looked at what Marin did, and I've always one that does not. I don't give applause for somebody doing the right thing, but I
Right.
do give applause for somebody showing that they're putting in work
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
using their platform to help.
Hmm.
And I've watched her, and there is a consistency. I've actually just messaged her people to try to get her on Jacques Talk, because I think that we need to dig deeper, because I think there are
Hmm.
roots that
Yeah.
she could help pull. I think she can help pull
Hmm.
some weeds, and that's where we're at now. Like, weeds need to be pulled, but also
Hmm.
without advocacy, there can be no action. So her doing that puts shows the problem, and
Hmm.
I appreciate that, because so many people are so blind to it. I posted
Yeah.
something on my stories today about the first Black woman that performed at the Grand Ole Opry, and people, and it was very long ago, but why she was pushed
Hmm.
out was because of racism. And I think there is a difference between us being tokens and us being part of the community. And I am
Yeah.
appreciating that the group of friends that I feel we have are
Yeah.
not tokens. We are slowly getting into the community, because none of us are asking for favors. We're just
Yeah.
asking for opportunity and to show what we can do.
Yeah.
And we all have different styles in the genre. Like, a Mickey is different than a Karen, which is different than you, which is different than me. But we all have a place, and we all should be
Yeah.
able to be at the table and have the opportunity for people to hear us and judge us based on
Yeah.
what they hear. And if you, and
Absolutely.
that's why I loved what Marin did. Like,
Yeah.
and I know I'm a harsher critic than most, but I'm also like, but that won me. Like, that got me. I was like, okay, you are using your platform for good, and that makes me beyond happy for all
Yeah.
of us.
Absolutely. It's really humbling, and because the reality is that, I mean, for us, like when people talk to us about what it's like to be Black women,
Mm-hmm.
pursuing this particular genre, the conversation is never, it's hardly ever really about us. It's
No.
actually really about white people who are just now coming into awareness that we are here, or that
Yes.
we've always been here. It's never really for us. Like, it's not to my benefit to keep talking about what it's like for me to be Black. Like, I love being Black. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh yeah, it's lit. Like,
Being
I
Black is
look at my
awesome.
life, and yeah, it's hardly, it's like cool, okay, let me help you through this journey, or let me help communicate to whoever is reading this article,
Mm-hmm.
or on this live, or whatever. It's hardly ever for the actual Black artist. Is really just to help other white people journey along, which I'm totally down for as well, to an extent. And so I celebrate it all. I think it's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's beautiful. I think I don't know. I just think we have to do our part. Just kind of going back to the community thing. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit,
No, I
but
love it.
but
I love
I,
it.
these moments are just important, and I think it is. Um, I like the community that's kind of building around us.
Mm-hmm.
Around Black people in country music. Because if we ain't got nobody else, we gotta have each other.
Well,
It's I think that's important.
which is what
All this stuff
me
is
and Tam
important.
were talking yesterday, and she made a tweet, and
Hmm.
it was very polarizing. Um, and she was
Hmm.
like, I think I made some people mad. And I'm like, no, you spoke some honesty. And I posted it on my page, and it was like, to sum it up, it was like, today, like, Black women a lot of white people are going to come at you and do
Mm-hmm.
your business, but surround yourself with Black people. And
I
I think
saw
that's
that. Yeah.
important. Like, it wasn't saying don't do business with people that are white, or
Mm-hmm.
like, it's saying just realize that that's not
Yeah.
necessarily our safe space yet. We're trying
When
to
she
build
said don't
influence.
trust us,
Don't
when she
trust us.
said don't trust us,
She
I
said,
fell
don't
out
trust us.
laughing so hard. I fell out laughing. I was like, come on, Cam. Come on.
I was like, you speaking truth. Like, because
Yeah, man. I
there
mean,
are the people in business that will use you as a token and be like, oh, Black people,
mm-hmm.
Black girls is the trend right now. Let's get you in. And I
Yeah, and you
think
can
it's
scope that
important
out
to
right away.
know we're not a trend.
No, we're not a trend. It's, and I mean, it's, you can kind of scope that out, kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
very easily when it happens. You can kind of just tell when people are uncomfortable um talking about their views, but like they feel like they have to, you know, because
Yeah.
of everything that's going on, because of the political socio climate. Like it's
Yeah.
just, you know, that's my librarian voice, by the way.
I love it.
It's, I don't know why it comes out, but you can feel it. And but ultimately in my mind, people will be able um to celebrate us as musicians, as artists, um and and not feel so blindsided because they saw a Black person. And it's going to happen one day, maybe. I don't know. I know.
It's going
Saw your
to.
eyes. You know, I have hope.
I
But
I'm so glad you have hope. I mean, I have hope. Sometimes Nikki has to put me in line. She's like, Stephanie, it's a little far. And I'm like, I know. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna be positive. Okay.
I know, you know, it's hard to find hope. Hope feels scarce often,
Mm-hmm.
but but man, it's, I take whatever hope is there and I just put it into doing two things. One, just contributing to the community around me, to the people
Mm-hmm.
around me, the people who look like me, people who don't look like me, people who advocate for me, people who support me, people who love me. And I'm using me as a metaphor. It's just any marginalized artist, but
Yes.
also just putting that into just making great music. Like I just, you know what I really want? I want people to be like, you know what? I can't stand that girl, but damn, that song was good. Like I would actually be okay for people who are never actually
Yes.
going to grab hold of the fact that we're here
Yeah.
and to stay. Like at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Whatever you do, whatever you decide to do, whatever you decide to see, accept, come to terms with, that's between you and God and whoever else. But
Mm-hmm.
if they say, damn, but that song was fly, you know, great. You know what?
Let
Fuck
the
it.
music
Great.
speak. Because not
Yeah.
everybody
Just
has
let
to
the
be our
music
best
speak.
friends or in our inner circle. Like, there's a reason
Mm-hmm.
why we put the music out
Yeah.
and let it be what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I wrote a song yesterday and I was like, this is a good song. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
Isn't that a
think
good
I said,
feeling?
and my friend I wrote it with was like, this is great. And I'm like, I wasn't thinking, oh, this is a good song and I'm Black, so nobody's gonna listen. Like, I wasn't thinking of any of the things except for we just wrote a good song. Let's let that sit
Mm-hmm.
over there.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't come into my conversations when I'm creating.
Yeah.
It comes into my conversations when I'm in a meeting or certain things where
Yeah.
people feel like it needs to be said. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and luckily there is a wave of executives and stuff that are not bringing up my hair as much or things of that nature, which aren't relevant to music, but
Mm-hmm.
are like, straighten your hair. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, it's humid. Not going to do it.
Yeah. Those are moments that we celebrate and we notice when it happens. We notice progress. You know,
Yeah.
it's just those little moments that just give a little bit of hope. But dude, I'm so grateful, honestly. I feel like I keep going back to what you said in the beginning. I'm so grateful for the community of people around us. I'm so grateful for the way that we've embraced each other. And so much of us have literally just met online. Like you and
Yes.
I have not met in person yet.
We have not.
We've
And I'm
not met in
very,
person yet. I met Tierra for the first time in person, I think like 3 weeks ago. Me, her, and Karen had
mm-hmm.
lunch. I met Karen a few months ago. I've been reaching out to, and I'm just kind of engaging with an artist named Camilla.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else? Sasha. She and I are writing
Yeah.
together later on this week or
Ooh,
next week rather.
I'm so excited for
Um,
that.
yeah, and like there's a guy named Tay Lewis who's really cool. His
Mm-hmm.
voice is insane. We get together. Gosh, I think I just followed Raina Roberts the other
Yeah.
day. Like, I'm being intentional about this shit. Like, I
I am
really am
gonna
in.
put all those tags in the comments here so that all
Yeah.
of you guys can follow. Because when
Hmm.
you hear Raina Roberts, when Mickey showed me her,
Yeah.
I was like, "What,
Absolutely.
girl?
Absolutely.
You better sing."
Yeah.
That's what I said,
Absolutely.
just like that with a slap.
Hmm. And I'm just being intentional. I just want to know everybody out there. I just,
Hmm.
how, you know how when you
Yeah,
see a black person in the middle of a sea of
I'm
white
like,
people,
hey.
you give a little head nod. I just want to give a little head nod on Instagram.
See, I'm
I just
extra.
want to
I'm like,
meet us.
hey.
Yeah,
I'm extra though.
but I'm like that in general. I'm naturally more drawn to people who are always counted out. I'm drawn
Yeah.
to the underdog in every sense. I'm drawn
Hmm.
to the person who is the least likely to
Hmm.
succeed in a thing, but they're the most talented, or they're the hardest working, or they
Yeah.
have something that makes them stand out. And I see that as a vehicle for success. I see that as a vehicle for so many things. And honestly, a lot of times those end up being the best people that I've met, because you know what it's like to hurt. It just makes you more human. I
Hmm.
like people who are human. I like
Yes.
empathetic people. I like people who know what it feels like to be hurt, so they don't want to hurt other people. I
Hmm.
like people who know what it feels like to be counted out, so they try their best to not count other people out. People who have been judged and ostracized and marginalized, and set aside because of what they look like. That's me. And,
Yeah.
it's not even always because I'm black. Sometimes it's because I'm not a size two. Sometimes it's because I'm pursuing country, but I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's because
You
I
speak
didn't
to
grow up.
me.
Sometimes it's because I didn't grow up in a really nice, polite church. My churches were always in the hood. Like,
Hmm.
sometimes it's because I don't know, all these different
Yeah.
things. And so I think that um I think it's an act of I don't want to say kind. I don't even want to sum it down or dumb it down. Not that I think dumbing it down, like kindness is a thing to dumb it down, but I think that leading with empathy, I think leading with an active pursuit to just be human and engage with people, with
Hmm.
all people, is is that's the most that we'll ever do as artists.
And
And that goes beyond a song.
that just
That
goes
goes
with
beyond
everything.
anything. Yeah, it goes beyond all this stuff. It fuels what we do as artists.
Yeah.
It's supposed to fuel what we do.
I would have to say I fully agree with that, because I think that we as a culture are learning to be a little more human. We
Mm-hmm.
are learning empathy, obviously, with all of the pandemic and the racial pandemic and everything going on.
Yeah.
The roots of it are just, let's be human and let's
Yeah.
love one another and
Yep.
treat each other decently. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
need you to go out of your way to be like super, super nice. Just be decent to one
Mm-hmm.
another. And
Yeah.
as you and I, we create music that is built in love and honesty and compassion. Even my saddest songs are still based in compassion and my true
Yeah.
emotions. So,
Absolutely.
and I appreciate you. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
so much. And I will say I'm very excited for the day that we get to be in the same room with each other, because I feel like the energy is
I'm
just gonna,
so
like, the
excited.
vibrations. It's gonna
Yes,
happen.
I'm so excited. I'm grateful for you. I love what you're doing. I think you're really onto something with your Instagram lives. I think they could turn into something else. I love it. And any way I can support, I'm down
John said
for it.
that same thing.
Yeah, because it's possible. I mean, you're a great interviewer, you're a great communicator, and honestly, it makes it so much easier to like tell or share your story with someone who has probably lived that same story too.
Hmm.
That's what, if I'm honest, that's what drew me to country music. It's about being able to just share your story,
Yeah,
whatever that story is, being able to share it. I can't think of a damn thing more country than that.
that is
And
country.
we all have a story. We all have something to say. And I think what I do love about this industry right now is that they're the framework of how your story, or who's able to present a story, or where, all that is kind of is shifting a bit. And I'm so grateful to just be part of the shift. Just in a small way. I'm grateful and I'm happy to just be doing what I'm doing. I'm honestly living my best life. And that's not because of big things people have seen online. It's literally because I'm just so grateful to do music. I'm about to go to work and clock in. I work at an eyeglass company and I'm having the best time of my life because I get to just have a conversation with you, talk about the thing I love most, music, and then I'm gonna go and clock in at work and deal with some customers I don't even fucking want to deal with. But you know what? It's a great day.
It's a
And
great day.
wow, what a life.
I know. I get to hang out with my niece. I'm like, I get to do
Yes.
this, hang out with my niece, and then
Yes. It's
I wrote a
incredible.
song at like 7 a.m. this morning because it's on Nashville time. I was like, okay, let's do
Mm-hmm.
this. And
I love it.
I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for us to grow and our community to grow. And I'm gonna put all the artists in the comments so
Yes.
in the thing so people can follow them and just
Absolutely.
know that black girls and black men are awesome and talented, and not
Mm-hmm.
because they're black, just because they are people. But a little bit because
But
they're black,
also
because
because
black
they're
folks
black.
are, but also because they're black. Yeah,
Hey, it's lit.
hey,
It's lit. I'm looking at all
yes.
these comments. Hi Jamie.
Hi,
Hello.
everybody.
Hi
Oh,
Leon. Sarah, what's up, Jay? Baltimore. People talking about my
Baltimore.
accent.
What?
Dude, I love Baltimore so much.
I do
And
too.
I've loved this. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Look,
Whoa.
well, I was excited.
The phone got excited.
Everyone was like, "What up?" Thank you. And thank you everybody for watching and joining. And I'll post this and Brittany can share it. But
Yes, I will
this
share it.
just also just gave me so much energy for the rest of the day. I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
So it's gonna
same.
rain here, but I'll be
Thank
inside.
y'all. Y'all follow Stephanie. You guys need to follow this. Her conversation she does in her lives, they're really dope. It's just a really dope, normal ass human being just talking about stuff that's important to her, but things that are important to a lot of people. So just tune in, follow her page. She has a podcast. All of these talks become available on podcasts wherever you get your podcast,
Yep.
Spotify, Apple, wherever. Um, and yeah, thank y'all for watching. Sorry, you can
Thank
take back over. I just want to make sure the people that
No,
read you and
I
follows you and stuff.
appreciate that's why I love you. You're just good. You're just good. Good human.
Oh, I
Alrighty, well
love
I'll
you
let
too,
you go to
sis.
work and I think your glasses are fly.
Thank you.
I
I
wish I could wear
appreciate it.
glasses. I have a very small face. And I have a very
Oh,
small
well,
nose.
I'll tell you, we have a line of really narrow eyeglasses and extra narrow glasses, and I think you'll like them. I can send you some suggestions.
We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking.
Hey, and
Very
I got a
narrow face. I
discount
have a
code.
lot of hair, narrow face. So
Oh, perfect. I got a
yeah.
discount code for you. It got your name all over it. So,
See, that's
hello.
why we connect. That's why we connect. Love.
Hey,
Hey. All right. Go to work. Go to work.
bye. Thank you,
All
girl.
right.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Have a great day.